Hey bitches, welcome to episode 47 of Roll for Girl Dinner, where we let the dice answer the age-old question, what should we have for dinner? Today we'll be using these dice. These are my dice. I call them girl dice. Now let's get started with a roll for protein. 4. Salami. Today we'll be using this peppered salami from Columbus Craft Meats, and this is a good start. I love peppered salami. Next up, let's roll for some cheese. 2. Mozzarella. Well, looks like we're doing a little bit of a repeat, cured meats and mozzarella. And the mozzarella is a very distinguished brand of unknown sandwich bag in my fridge. Now it's time to roll for some vegetables. That's a 10 for kale and an 11 for radish. So cured meat, mozzarella, and kale, we're really trying to do a repeat of yesterday, though these radishes definitely will set it apart. So let's see what else we get. Moving on to the roll for carrier. 3. Sweet potato chips. Once again, we're doing a repeat, but y'all know just how much I love Jackson's sweet potato chips, so I have no hard feelings about this one. Now let's roll for some Razzle Dazzle. That's a 9 for artichoke hearts and a 15 for pickled red onion. All right, now we're making it different from yesterday. These artichoke hearts are from a mysterious container from my fridge, and the pickled red onion are from Mezzetta. These are so good. I honestly can't think of a meal that they haven't made better, and basically everything I've ever gotten from Mezzetta has been perfection. Time to get saucy with the roll for sauce. 4. Horseradish sauce. Today we'll be using Beaver brand Grandma Rose's cream horseradish. I swear, whoever named this has to just be the most clueless person in the world. Regardless, we're going to use this like a salad dressing, so we'll just mix all the vegetables together and add in some cheese. Bam! Magical transition. And let's wrap this up with a roll for sparkling water. 1. Unflavored. Do I have all the tools that I need to make my own sparkling water? Yes. Do I know how to do infusions in a way that I can make any flavor I want? Yes. Do I continue to buy luck one way or another? Yes. Do I continue to remind you that SodaStream is a company that violates human rights every time I roll for unflavored? Also yes. And since it's Saturday, a roll for silly little beverage. 1. Water. Cool. Well, let's eat, bitches. We'll see if this one will live up to yesterday. Let's get that sparkling water poured, and of course the leftover coffee. And I don't think that there's any doubt that I'm going to like this one. I mean, it has almost all of the same elements as yesterday, and at least the meat, cheese, and chips are delightful. Now, I did do the same thing as last time with microwaving the cheese inside the meat, and so I'm being a little bit of a copycat of myself, but you know what? I do what I want. And you know what? Before I indulge, let's just chug this water. Get it over with, get hydrated, move on to the good stuff. And to all those brats and bisexuals out there, this queer butterfly is telling you it's your cue to go drink some water. Do it. Anyway, moving on to these little pizza bites. I did think that I was actually going to like these better than the pepperoni ones, but I don't like them quite as much. They just don't hit quite the same, but they're fantastic. I really like them. And the pepper works really nice with these chips. All right, I think it's time to dig into this little mixture and see if it's a good salad or if it's going to be a rough day because this bowl is very full. Anyway, it's really good. I find that anytime you mix horseradish with a kind of mild cheese, it seems to balance it really well, and then the red onions just make this perfect. I don't really taste the artichokes at all, and I kind of wish that I had left them out because I enjoy them a lot on their own, but I think it does help the texture. And I do wish that I had used more kale in here because it kind of gets lost completely in the strength of other flavors. Which, come to think of it, if you're not a fan of kale, this is a really great way to disguise some kale. I did also put about half of the radishes in here, and it's really only lending texture because the horseradish and the radishes are just kind of almost the same flavor. I don't know why I put an M at the beginning of that. Whatever. Regardless, this mixture is a really nice accompaniment to the meat and cheese and chips, and I'm really enjoying it. And I know I said accompaniment, but it actually goes really well with it as well. I've stacked it on top of just the chip, fantastic. On top of the meat, cheese, and chip, also fantastic. And of course, now we come to the point in the episode where I ask myself, if I were playing a character who would rate this girl dinner a perfect 10, who would I be? Allow me to introduce Eris Silvatiri, a wee little sprite who got lost in the material plane after getting separated from her parents as a very young child. She was adopted by a wealthy dwarven family of land developers who only took her in as a performative show of support for the forest dwellers that they were displacing. Cool. Love that. She sensed the vibe and ran back away to the Feywild, where she was taken in by a family of Eladrin, who actually cared for her as their own. Well, she and her adoptive Eladrin parents were searching for her birth parents. That dwarven family was apparently also searching for her. After all, losing a child reflects pretty poorly on you in society. Somehow they found their way to the Feywild and decided that, oh, this would be quite a wonderful place for new real estate development. Luckily, around the same time, she found her birth parents as well. Determined to protect both her families and her homeland, she decided to see what games these dwarves might like to play. She vowed an oath of protection and, drawing on the power of the Fey Wilderness as a Green Knight Paladin, set to show these dwarves what happens when you fuck with the Fey. If I were her, I would rate this a perfect 10. As it is, I, Kendra, give it a 9.5.
This is my meal. I call this girl dinner. Girl dinner.